mentioned.
From Disneyland in Southern California, it's Inside Out. The weekly show that keeps you up to date and takes you behind the scenes at Disneyland. With your hosts, Brianne Leary, George Foreman, and J.D. Roth. Coming to you this week from the happiest place on earth, Disneyland in Anaheim, California. Please welcome Brianne Leary and J.D. Roth.
All right.
That, huh? Hi, I'm Brianne Leary.
And I'm J.D. Roth. Welcome to Inside Out. We're coming to you this week from sunny Southern California, home of the one and only Disneyland, right? Yeah.
Okay, so it looks like everyone survived Super Bowl Sunday, huh? Yeah.
Well, you want to bring back the chips and dip because we got another super party for you right here.
This is our first show from Disneyland, and as always, we'll keep you up to date and take you behind the scenes for an insider's look at what makes this the happiest place on earth.
Yeah, and I am happy to be here. I know why they call it that. I haven't stopped smiling since I got here.
JD, you haven't stopped smiling since you were conceived.
Okay, I can't help it. I mean, I'm a happy guy. I'm at Disneyland. Now, you know, Bree, this is where it all got started. A little more than 40 years ago, Walt Disney opened Disneyland and changed family entertainment forever.
That's right. You know what? Walt had a dream. He wanted to create a park that would be as much fun for the parents as it was the kids.
Yeah, and he dreamed up a name for that place, too. He called it Disneylandia.
Wow. Which, fortunately for all of us, he shortened to Disneyland.
Walt had to hog everything he owned to do it, but somehow he got it built in time to open July 17th, 1955.
Today, we're going to take you on a trip through Walt's dreams, his past, present, and future. And we're going to explore Disney's latest and greatest attraction, the Indiana Jones Adventure.
Yeah. And our latest and greatest co-host, George. I call him the big guy Foreman. He's going to be with us over at George's Corner.
Woo.
I'm going to be trying out a new career as George Foreman character counselor. So you don't think people take you seriously, huh?
And for an inside-out exclusive, we'll show you something almost nobody ever gets to see. We're actually going to take you on a tour of Walt Disney's very own personal apartment at Main Street, USA.
Wow, that is very cool. But, JD, I think this show is just way too big. It's too big.
Okay, then I better get going. Now, if anybody needs me at home, I'm going to be at the Temple of Forbidden Eye, searching for my buddy, Indiana Jones. My hat, please. Thank you. Excellent.
JD?
Yes.
Look out for the snakes.
Why did it have to be snakes? Bum, ba-da-da.
Bye, JD. Wish JD luck, you guys. Say good luck, JD. JD's trekking to Adventureland, where you can catch a cockatoo cabaret at the Enchanted Tiki Room, climb through the Swiss Family Treehouse, journey down the Amazon at the Jungle Cruise, or explore the archaeological find of the century at the Indiana Jones Adventure.
This is the Temple of the Forbidden Eye. It was lost to the ages until Indiana Jones found it in the deep, dark jungles of Asia. Actually, it was found in the deep, dark jungles of Adventureland, but it sounds just as exciting. And I've wanted to go on this ride since the day it opened. And not only am I going to get a chance to show it to you, I'm going to get a chance to go on it with one of the guys who created it, Disney Imagineer, Tony Baxter. Let's see if I can find him. Tony? Tony? Tony!
J.D.
Hey, Tony, I'm over here.
Hey!
Hey, Tony.
J.D.
How are you?
Okay, all right.
So you created this ride?
Yeah,
Yeah, me and a whole bunch of other people at Imagineering.
It must have been a great time.
Yeah, we had a fabulous time here.
Well, it looks great. And, you know, I'm noticing in this first hallway that we're in, this writing on the wall, is this hieroglyphics?
Yeah, no, it's not hieroglyphics, it's myroglyphics. Now, this is very important. You're going to see Mara throughout the temple. Beware of the eyes of Mara. Remember that.
Is that what that says?
That's what that says.
Beware of the eyes of Mara. Cool.
All right, off this way then.
This way?
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Well, you probably recognize this. This is the famous spike room from the Indiana Jones film.
Yeah, I sure do. Look at that.
Yeah, now these are all sharp, so be very careful. Whatever you do, don't touch anything.
Guys, how bad could this be? Let's touch something.
After that, Tony suggested we get on a ride before I break it. We're headed for the Chamber of Destiny. Now, depending upon which door you enter, you get either unlimited wealth, eternal youth, or knowledge of the future. See, it's kind of like an archaeological version of Let's Make a Deal. Today, we get eternal youth. Oh, man, I already had that one. Then comes the scary part. Mara. You remember. Beware of the eyes of Mara.
Right in here. That's where we're going. Now, don't look into the eyes.
Okay.
All right? You're not looking. Ah! You're looking. You know I can't go on fighting forever. Another 20, 30 years, it'll be time to hang up my gloves. So I've been thinking of my next career, and I think I found a winner. How does this sound? George Foreman, character counselor. So you don't think people take you seriously, huh? Any idea why that might be? Could it be because your name is Goofy? Well, you think about that, and also about that orthodontia thing we talked about. And I'll see you again next week, okay? Another life turned around by George Foreman, character counselor.
This week at Disneyland, the opening of the Toy Story Funhouse. You can experience the excitement of Walt Disney Pictures' Toy Story as it comes to life at Disneyland.
Congratulations, soldier! A job well done!
Tomorrowland's new Toy Story Funhouse at Disneyland. Main Street, USA. It's the shortest way to get from the 20th century to the 19th century. It's inspired by the town of Marceline, Missouri, where Walt Disney lived as a boy. You can take in the sweet smells of the Candy Palace, where they still make candy by hand, and hear the sounds of the horse-drawn trolleys clip-clopping down the street. It's also where Brianne's learning a little bit more about the man who dreamed up this place.
Okay, so what do you think it'd be like to live here at Disneyland? Well, you'd get to go on all the rides anytime you wanted. You'd get the best seat for all the parades. And most importantly, you get first crack at all the corn dogs. Of course, only one person ever actually got to do that. Okay, fine, I'll give you a hint. His last name begins with D. Oh, no, his first name isn't Donald. Come on, I'm going to show you something.
This is the window to Walt's apartment over the Firehouse at Disneyland.
Now, not very many people ever get to see the inside of this, but luckily, you're with me. So come on. This is the front door to Mr. Disney's apartment.
This 20 by 27 foot space overlooking Town Square was a secret getaway for Walt and his family during the early days of Disneyland.
Well, you
used his apartment to get away from the crowds for a while when he was down at Disneyland. Very often he'd have to come down to the park for a day to do some work, and it was hard for him because he was known. People knew his face. So he wanted a place at Disneyland where he could get away from the crowds for a while, and that was the main reason why he built the apartment. Walt Disney's wife, Lillian, was quite interested in antiques, and so it was her job to decorate the apartment. And as she went around to antique stores on their travels, she would buy furniture and furnishings to use in that apartment. So the things that are there in that apartment are things that Mrs. Disney selected. I would say that most of the cast members at Disneyland have never been up in the apartment. And you're very lucky to have the chance to view it yourself.
And I got to see it with two guys who have worked in the park since day one.
Great. So this is Walt's patio. Very cool.
This is the place where he entertained all of his guests, the dignitaries that came here to the park.
Dignitaries like you guys, come on.
Well, we weren't dignitaries in those days.
Listen to that, you guys.
Yeah, that's a parade. We've watched a lot of parades with different people. Walt used to bring his guests up here, and he'd bring them right out here on the veranda.
Oh, very cool. This is so great. You can see the whole parade. It's so wonderful.
I can just imagine what it was like in the old days.
Where was Walt on opening day?
Walt was right down here,
Approximately
right near the cannons, pretty close to that area.
Wow.
And he was a little bit around that way, and then he was dedicating the plaque that's by the flagpole.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome. Disneyland is your land.
Does this bring back memories standing up here, you guys?
Oh yeah.
Seriously?
Oh, yeah. It really does. I can remember opening day
Yeah?
when we walked in here. In fact, I've got some pictures in there of it, of no asphalt. Nothing but dirt, and these trees were little bitty things.
Well, opening day, they put the asphalt down, you know, just
Like
shortly
hours
before that.
before the people come
And
in.
the women would walk, and their high heels would come off in the asphalt.
So there you have it, an inside-out exclusive. A look at Walt's place. So it may not be the biggest apartment, but you can't beat the neighborhood.
Over on Main Street, USA, everyone's lining up for the spectacular Lion King celebration. A parade that's just as much fun and dazzling as the film that inspired it. And Disneyland's the only place in the world you can see it.
When last we saw J.D., he and Disney Imagineer Tony Baxter were on a runaway troop transport through the Indiana Jones adventure.
Oh, man, it was awesome. One of the most amazing things about this ride is you never take the same trip twice. Computers actually decide your fate, changing the effects you experience every time.
Okay, so there's fire up here.
That's right. We've got fire, we've got
falling rock, and it all has to happen every 18 seconds.
Kidding.
There's someone else right behind us. All these things have to happen. In a movie, it's only one.
And we're moving
Here
pretty
from
fast.
8 in the morning till midnight, every 18 seconds, no matter what you're doing, something in here is happening.
It is an incredible ride. Woo! Now this bridge right here,
Yeah?
how does the effect work when we fall?
Wow. That was a different program. We have about 160,000 variations of different movements that you can experience on the ride.
So every time you go on the ride, it's going to be different.
That's right, because the computer on board this vehicle can pick any one of those.
Like that, right
Like
there.
that,
It's
yes. Now we're going into the very heart of Mara.
Whoa!
Right.
Stop.
Whoa, there it
Incoming.
is.
Fire in the hole! Whoa, there's Indiana Jones. Heads up, Indy.
Whoa! Back up! Back up! Oh! Made it.
I love this part. We got to go on this again.
You won't look into the eyes of Mara this time, will you?
Oh, yes, I will.
Excellent.
Nice. Now back to Mickey's Toontown, where some of our favorite characters are getting a little career guidance from George Foreman, career counselor.
If you could control that temper of yours, you might be the big cheese around here. That could be a picture of you and Bob Hope. And what's with the sailor suit? Haven't you heard of dress for success? Do you want to be a duck for the rest of your life? Well, Another Life Turned Around by George Foreman, character counselor.
Here in my hand, I hold a penny. Now you ask, what is a penny good for, right? Well, you can put a penny in your loafers. Oh, you can definitely use a penny to scratch off that little silver thing on your lottery tickets. And you could just gaze and remember what Abe Lincoln used to look like. But here at Main Street, USA at Disneyland, you can actually use a penny to see a movie. That's right, 1/100th of a dollar gets you a movie. Watch this. Hey guys, how's the movie? Pretty good, huh? All right, let's check it out. I could have had Dolby sound, but I mean, what do you expect for a penny, right? Now, not everything at the Penny Arcade is a penny, but it sure is a lot of fun. And I have a handful of change and some friends. Come on, guys, let's go. How about right here? Here you go. Go ahead, what do we got? Squeeze it. Not bad. All right, guys, here, everyone take a couple quarters.
You did it, can I have it?
Oh, pretty cool, huh?
Grab him, grab him. You got it, you got it, you got it. Yeah.
Oh! Good night. All right, talk to me. Okay, let's see what it says.
Come on.
Oh. All right, who's gonna do it?
Ed?
Let's go here. Yes! Yeah. All right, here you go. Nice job. Yes. All right, I played the game twice. I got 2 stuffed animals out, and it was worth every penny. Did you guys like that? Look at the smiles. How can you resist? This week at Disneyland, the spirit of Pocahontas takes flight at the Fantasyland Theater. This live stage show entertains guests 5 times daily each weekend. And weekdays at the happiest place on earth, you'll find your favorite characters traveling from It's a Small World to Main Street, USA in the Cruisin' the Kingdom Cavalcade. And later this season at Disneyland, the Main Street Electrical Parade celebrates its farewell season nightly beginning March 29th.
Everyone knows that Disneyland is even more magical when the sun goes down. From the glittering lights of Main Street, USA, to the dazzling fireworks over Sleeping Beauty's castle. There's something for everyone. For me, it's the desserts.
All right, Bree, here we are, on top of the balcony at Disney Gallery at New Orleans Square. And we're going to get ready to pig out, you've already started, on some outstanding desserts. Let's check this out. We got some cheesecake, chocolate eclairs, oh man, raspberries, pudding. I don't even know what I'm going to have.
Oh, I do. I think I'll take this.
Well, what does that leave me?
Oh, give Tubby here some fruit.
Oh, thank you.
So not only is this a great place to stop off in between trips to the gym, but this also happens to be the best seat in the house to watch Disneyland's nighttime spectacular, Fantasmic.
Well, that's our show for this week.
Oh, we want to thank our co-host, Mr. George Foreman.
I enjoyed it, guys. See you again next week.
And I'll see you next week on Inside Out when we come to you from Walt Disney World in Florida. Yeah.
I'm going to be there too, JD, okay?
Yeah, that's after all these desserts if we can roll you down the stairs.
Oh, that's so nice of you. Here, have some Cherries Jubilee, my little pork
okay.
fest.
All right, isn't Cherry's Jubilee supposed to be flaming?
Oh, ye of little faith. Hey, Maleficent, want to give us a hand?
Whoa. Hey, thanks, Sparky.
Oh. See you next week.
For your free Disneyland Southern California vacation planning guide, call us at 1-800-605-1234. Accommodations furnished by the Disneyland Hotel.